I'm going to ask you to use your imagination for a few minutes. Think along with me. I want you to imagine that there is a 10-year young student that you dearly love. It could be a boy or a girl, but you may even know someone's 10 years old. I have a grandson 10 years old, except that he just turned 11 and ruined my illustration. But maybe it's a boy who's all energy and a little bit of mischief, but with a tender heart. Maybe it's a girl who is all sunshine and sweetness. Don't we love them? You carry this 10-year-old in your heart. And imagine that you are doing everything you know how to do to help them grow and to learn and thrive. It's because you love them so much. Now keep that image in your mind and think now about a sensitive issue that well, you know one day they will have to know about, but you want to protect them from some of those things for as long as you can. You want to help guide them through it, and you want to be there when it's necessary because you care about them. You would do anything for this 10-year young boy or girl. Now imagine the horror, the heartbreak, the anger that you would feel if someone betrayed your trust and exposed your student to this sensitive issue without your knowledge or consent. This is the experience of a Florida mother who sent her child to school, expecting them to help support her. The Florida public school that her son attends, by her description, betrayed her trust. Her name is Elizabeth, this mother. That's all we can say about her and her family and her son because she's afraid. She's afraid of what might happen if the school finds out that she's spoken up in this way. She's afraid of the consequences to her son. And she really needs the school for her children. They can't afford a private school. They can't afford now problems with the public school. And she likes the school. She and her family deliberately moved to the residence they now occupy so they could go to this school. That's how significant it was. It's an A-rated school. They've been involved at the school. Their experience has been over the years. Her son started in kindergarten, has been mostly positive. Remember, her son attends this school on purpose. It was a deliberate family decision. And like many fourth grade classes, her son's class makes regular visits to the school media center. One routine visit last fall would turn out to be anything but routine. Now remember, I asked you to think of an issue, a sensitive subject, something that you wanted to help your student, the one you carry in your heart, with, that you wanted to protect them from for as long as possible, and when necessary, you wanted to be the one to help them through it. It really doesn't matter what the issue is, because if it's important to you, it's important. Yes? So the fourth grade class went to the media center. During the visit, one of the media center staff read a book, or at least portions. We can't be sure. We think it was likely portions, not the whole book. Portions of a book entitled Being Jazz, My Life as a Transgender Teen by Jazz Jennings. The book, and the long and the short of it, makes a hero out of this transgender teenager and introduces the subject to these fourth graders. Turns out, as Elizabeth discovered later, that this was a district-approved and district-distributed book for her children to be exposed to. I would add, and you certainly would make this connection, that this was a book purchased with your tax dollars, and it was purchased by people you support with your tax dollars. You hire them to work on your behalf. As far as the book's concerned, when she brought it up, the book remained in the media center, but now is only accessible to students by parental permission. Elizabeth did not know that the book would be read to her son. She could not determine if any other parents knew about the book. In fact, she's very sure that they did not. As she put it, if a student had not spoken to a parent, we might never have known. To this day, she says, She believes 90% of the parents do not know what happened, and she said, I guarantee it. There were no permission slips sent home. There was no opportunity for parents to opt their children in or out of exposure to the book. Well, you know, I mentioned earlier she was concerned about the consequences to her son, to her family. And so I asked her when I spoke to her on the phone last week, I asked her, well, why did you speak up? She replied, I felt that my trust for the school was really, and here she paused, thinking, trying to come up with the right word. My trust in the school was really betrayed. I was really, really angry, she went on. I liked the school. It's A-rated, but I felt betrayed. Now she wonders, what else are you telling my son behind my back? When it comes to education, Florida families have few choices. We trust our schools, and sadly, many of them are afraid to speak up. That's why we at the Florida Citizens Alliance want to be a voice for children, so we can speak up on their behalf. We hope you will join the chorus, that you'll stand up with us, that you'll speak up with us, because remember, in this world, children have few choices, and they have few voices, and we want to be among them.